Hello, this is another video on development of my model railway called Crowswood Model Railway. There's not been a whole lot done, but it's been a while since I've done a bit of an update. Because I've been busy. I had a little holiday, saw some family, and some family came up to see me. So I've not had as much time to make a video on top of other things that I've been up to. But I guess I should get straight into it really. But the beam which held up the old board is still in the wall because I was using it as a guide and as an extra support because those two floating shelves have gone in the wall. This being an old house, putting up shelves is a bit of a pain in the arse. But they're secure. One is flat, one is slightly leaning upwards. The one with the two buses on it, they're leaning upwards. Each shelf is about 1 metre long, and I can get 3 lines of track at a sensible distance apart from each other that I can pick up pick up a loco that I want or a multiple unit eventually, because I'm hoping that I've had a class 121 arrive, which a bit like 37 going around now is a bit modern compared to what I normally run, but it's still a bit of railway history I'm interested in, but not as much. So what I'll do is I'll just pause the camera and then I'll go over onto that side, because I've also done a little bit of scenery, as you can probably see. Okay, so what I've done here, and it's on a slight hill, it's only a slight, about 1 centimetre, 1.5 centimetre tall hill, is I've put a little bit of a castle ruins on it. This tower was on the old board, which used to be along here, which is now occupied by road vehicles which are a bit out of date, or what the railway itself is themed on, so like the 60s Jaguars, the 50s Ford, the Mini, the Land Rovers, and just about HO, it's 85-1. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on that. I'm doing this one, I haven't got all my hands, but scale, it's 85-1 Dodge Dart. I think that used to be one of my mum's cars years ago, and it was mine and family coming up. I've gotten it back, and it's not in focus anymore. Considering it's an older car, it's in pretty good condition apart from the paint and the roof. And so all along here I'll be able to fit a third line in on this bit. They can take 8 kilograms of weight, so I don't have to worry too much about that, because that is 16 of them. So I can get, you can't fit 16 of them on, but over there, it's a South Down bus and a London bus, although green, not red. Just going to Ipswich, I believe. I think it's Ipswich. I don't know my London geography very well. Just come down a little bit down around here. The trees I've used, I picked them up second hand. I think they were £1.50, £2 for the 4 second hand. So it's not a bad price for some trees, and they look the part. They look like trees, which is the important thing. Maybe not as tall as they could be, but hey. There's a mix of the usual desert sand that I like to use, which comes from my animals, essentially because they don't need lots and lots of sand. Them being mostly tropical, just put a little bit into the mix, and then that's a happy spider. This is for its construction is it's cardboard. So cardboard these came in, layered up, shit, and then glued together, rocket card glue, shaped to the shape I'd roughly wanted it to be, then PVA glue painted on the base. The hill stuck down, left to dry overnight, and then a little bit of Davis mat put over the top as a base layer, and then layers of scatter on top of that. Then some scatter around the trees to blend them in a bit better. Some old lichen, that's bird grit, which you can get in Wilco, and it looks quite good if you want to do piles of stone out of quarry or a stoneworks and you don't want to spend a lot of money, but I've put it there so maybe it's like the remains of another tower or part of a building. So when I built this Metcalf tower, I didn't put any of the glass in. Didn't put the door on the higher level. Along the seam, it's a Hornby scaled ale, moss green, I think it is, scatter. Just make it look like plants have taken over. In sort of the theory I would have had in the story, there might have been a gatehouse here. Sort of like at Bramble Castle, but not quite as ruined and not quite as horrifically steep. That's an old Norman castle, so that's very, very steep. There's some coarse turf. And you've got a little bit of just static grass that I've just finger and thumbed really. And then tried to fluff it, but I don't know if it's worked. It's worked well enough. Enough for me, it makes me short static grass. Some coarse turf. All of these scenic except for the stuff on here is Javis, and well, the trees are second hand, no idea who made them. Cannon, I think I got that from somewhere in Newcastle years ago, I can't remember where exactly. But it's close enough and it looks good enough that it can go on. So there's a sand follows a path, and it continues off scene. There's a little bit steeper there, so maybe it does go like Bramble and just near enough sheer drop. And there's some benches dotted around, so you can have a picnic. There's no people here yet because I've only just sort of got it to this state, and I will be adding more to it at some later date. I'm just not sure exactly when. And over here, if you want to focus, I'm getting better at it, I think. I have no idea. I'm going to get one of the Metcalf, I think, brick sheds. Or sheds, I mean, bridges. There will be a shed around here though, some sort of small office of some sort, maybe linked to the goods yard. I'm getting confused because over there, that's where a red brick shed's going to go. Good shed. There's a 37. It's a Brackman 37. They are amazing runners. The coaches are all Lima ones. Again, they look good enough. Just to my eye, it looks like a pretty decent, more modern looking train that I normally run, but the early diesels are quite nice. Not as nice as Bullock Pacific, but still quite nice. These back hills along the back, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do them because they're not going to take a lot of weight, and the toilet roll, which is a genius, quote unquote genius, way of just measuring the height, I think it's not high enough for the highest point. I've got some rolling stock to come in, maybe a class 121. I might have a hitch on Atlantic that's come in. I'll have to see if Bachmann had any in stock when my local shop ordered. I'll have to see if Hornby have, well, if they've done a Hornby and been useless, or if they've actually sent what I've ordered in to the shop. I'm not holding much hope. Hornby being a bit funny these days. Follow 37416 around. I brought that it's from the eBay page for the Class 37 Loco group, I believe they're called, and they have a real 37, and it sort of felt right buying a 37 to help fund the restoration of a 37. Yeah, very nice locomotives. I don't think there's much more that's been going on because I've just been so busy with family things. Other than I found train tickets, because I did manage to go on the Spa Valley Railway. So if you're down that way, it's a very good railway to have a little look around. That was from before. Oh, that was the Christmas before it all kicked off. There's a new decoration, again from the Spa Valley Railway. It's quite a nice railway, and it's the first time I've actually been pulled, that I can remember, by a diesel locomotive. So I've been pulled in diesel multiple units, but never a locomotive before, and so I'm now after one of the Acura Scale 31s, when it's released next year, so I can rename it 31430 Sister Dora. There's the 08. So hopefully I'll be able to get some 33 soon, so that when I just want to do a bit of something different, I can just have a diesel heritage day and a weekend and just run things which don't fit the World War II theming, but still look quite nice going around. So I'll probably do is I'll probably end this video here because there's not much more, and I'll upload a video of Sir Keith Parker's 34053, which is a rebuilt Battle of Britain coming into Tunbridge Wells West, and I might put up a short of say 7416 Mount Fuji, said on the side, coming up through the station a couple of times. Well, thank you for watching. If you managed to make it through 15 minutes, blimey. 15 minutes of nothing. Nothing's happened on the railway, so it's 15 minutes of me rambling about it. I'll make another video on rolling stock once something big's come in, like another engine, or if I manage to get something done, maybe some ballasting at some point, because this area isn't having point motors. That area is, that point isn't, and then the shed's going to be done. I'm not sure how I'm doing it, but I should make another video either end of this week, beginning of next, hopefully. Yeah, thank you for watching again. Rambled for another minute because why not? Yeah. Oh, another childhood tank, the brown Churchill. Okay, well, I will definitely stop filming it now, and I'll put up the Battle of Britain and maybe a little bit of a running session with the Class 37. So, thank you.